So we're in a lucky position not only to be having a fallow week for the senior team, but it also mirrors the under-20s tournament. So they've played 2 games, got 2 wins, and we've been in collaboration with not only the under-20s but the individual clubs involved. So we've got 10 players that come in to not only aid their own individual development, but provide us with much needed numbers to make sure that we're able to operate with 15v15 and make our training game specific. But on the individuals of the under-20 players, it's a fantastic opportunity for them to come into camp, integrate amongst the best players in the country. The senior players are brilliant at spending time with them at dinner, on a social level, but also on the intricacies of their own game, asking them questions. They're fitting in amongst players. So, you know, for Ricky Massey-White, that might be that he's got Marcus Smith on the inside of him and Henry Slade on the outside of him at some point. So, yeah, there's some valuable lessons to be learnt within that. Anything that these young players can pick up, take away back into the under-20s as the next port of call, but also their club careers. Well, we want players to understand that it is a pathway, that under-20s is a serious part of their development, and also that there is an avenue to play for the seniors. You know, I expect many of them don't realise how close it can be at times. We've seen, particularly last season, the likes of Will Joseph, Henry Arundel, who went from under-20s into the seniors in the same season. So, yeah, that opportunity is there. It's not always easy. They've got to understand that the speed of the international game is harder. Some of the physical demands are that much greater, and as much as we can put that into them in a sympathetic manner now, we'll prepare them better for the opportunity they get. Hopefully, when they come in, you know, I suppose on merit, when they actually are part of a 25-man, 36-man squad, whatever we might select on any given week.
Well, today on the 20s, boys, the way that you've applied yourselves over the last couple of days, lads, is absolutely unbelievable. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, hopefully you've learned a few things. Good luck for the rest of the tournament with you boys, we'll be watching. Well done, boys.
Right, no favouritism here, but could you choose a side, which side you want to stand on, who's going to win?
Come on, Ollie boy!
Yeah, I will.
Come on, Skip.
Go on, Skip.
Don't mess around. To be fair, there's no chance of you winning.
Absolute geniuses
on that side. Chez, I've got you every day.
Come on, mate!
Chez, come on, mate!
Yellow! Go,
Yes!
I think Steve was always fantasised about Lewis being the better brother. That's where I'm going to go with this. And he sees his opportunity today to see if Lewis could prove himself. And I just had to knock him down a peg or two.
I had a little slip.
And if you didn't slip?
I'd have smoked him.
No chance. It's 1-0 me in England kit so far. Obviously, it's a fairly normal thing back at Leicester, training with the first team together, but no, it's a bit different when you've both got England kit on and you're charging around the paddock together. It's been a pretty cool experience.
I think I was more taken back by some of the other boys that have grown up watching and stuff like that, rather than my older brother. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Brilliant. I'm boring, mate. Yeah,
I see you all the time.
You've seen enough of me.
I've had the opportunity and honour to captain the 20s this year. Yeah, we got off to a good start. We didn't have probably the strongest game against Scotland, but again, we're building week in, week out, and we put in a better performance against Italy. So we're setting ourselves in good stead and making progress and taking steps.
I'm incredibly proud of where he's got to in his journey. It was a pretty surreal weekend a couple of weekends ago when I was over in Richmond preparing for my first test match in the Six Nations at Twickenham, and he was just down the road preparing to captain in the 20s against Scotland at the Stoop. there was a special moment. I got to go down and present his shirt the night before, which was pretty cool. You know, as an older brother, seeing how hard he's worked all the way through the academies. He's had some pretty nasty injuries growing up. His body sort of grew too quick for him, and you know, he had a tough couple of years between sort of the age of 16 and 18 to those. So to see him come out the other side of that and be doing what he's doing now with the 20s, it's you know, real special.
I've got the best role model and the best person to follow, with being my brother as well, with being the quality of player he is. The amount you've come on, the amount you've, the period of time that you've developed so quick from going from Notts to then making your England debut in what would it be, 2.5 years, is something that is massive to follow, and hopefully can follow in his footsteps, take things from him and push it into my game.
I'd been at Leicester 2 weeks and I was finding my feet and still trying to work out exactly what I should be doing. But very quickly spotted 4 players who I knew had a feeling that they'd play international. Ollie was one of them. Just had that feeling that athletically he was very, very gifted and incredibly hard-working and tough. And then Lewis wasn't one of those 4 at the start, because Lewis wasn't in training with us from the outset. But as I got to know him and meet him and work with him, you could see he was had some unbelievable qualities too. And the pair of them are very different, yet have similar things that make them laugh, have similar character traits where they're good guys to be around, and really hard working, both of them. And you know, they've been fantastic in all their efforts at Leicester, but certainly in England colours too.
Left this time. Oh! It's in.
I'd say the similarities we have in our game is definitely sort of around the line out. You know, we've both got similar sort of physical attributes.
You've got a couple more gears than me.
First day of this sort of fallow week, we have a gym session and we're told that we have a watt bike at the end of it. I'm paired with Mako.
So low, Mac! Sorry, mate. I'll move up.
The challenge basically was a 3K to split between the 2 of us, and then we're into some sort of contact skill, back on the bike for another 3K, into contact skill, back on the bike for 2K.
Will Stewart.
First place, David George.
Oh, yes, sir.
Come on!
One for the geezer.
Yes! 7 seconds, so close.
You know, he'll want me to say this. We actually tested out the bikes at the end, and our bike was significantly harder than the others. But no, fair play to Mac. We got there in the end.
Come and feel this bike. Come and feel this. Jenny, have a go on that bike.
I bet you what.
Cole, go on that bike. Genuine. Cole, that's disgusting.
First photograph, that boys got to show each other how hard we're willing to go. I know it's pretty cute when they say one more, but that's our mindset when we go into the game. That one last kick and makes a massive difference. Should we finish off with? Welcome back. 2 claps for 3. 2, 3. 1, shoot.